Hello and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a quick demonstration on how I make my body creams. I'm first starting off, of course, cleaning everything, wiping down my table and my equipment, both of my scales. You always want to have a clean area whenever you are working or making products, so that is very important. Okay, so now that I have wiped down everything, I am placing down my paper towels. This is just so that it helps with cleanup later. Normally, I like to use white clear like garbage bags, but I don't have any at the moment, so I'm just using my paper towels to help out with the easy cleaning. You can see now I am setting out all my supplies that I need in order to make my body butters, body creams actually, since my body creams are made with water. Like to do it this way, that way I'm prepared. I don't want to be going towards my shelf looking for the things that I need in order to make my body butter. So it's always good to lay out everything that you need so that you are prepared and you're not wasting any valuable time. And there's me saying hello. So now I'm going to start off with getting my shea butter out. This is refined shea butter that I'm using. Just measuring out my products. I'm fixing my scale so that it's the appropriate weight. And just trying to dig it out. I actually need to buy some more shea butter soon because I have used up this huge container. I think it's like either 5 or 7 pounds, and I'm literally trying to get out as much of it out as I can, just scooping it out. I probably have enough to make a nice, good, decent sized batch. Just doing that. As you see, making sure I don't waste any, because I'll probably be able to order some more at the end of this week when I get paid again. So then after that, I will be measuring out my mango butter, which you see right there. It comes in a brick. That I got off of Amazon because I just needed it in a hurry. Normally I like ordering most of my products. I order most of my products off Amazon just because it's just quicker and easier to get it that way. I also like ordering from a website called Brambleberry, I believe it's called. I did get my mango butter from there initially. But this mango butter that I got, it is okay. It was actually at a good deal. If I can, I'll try to link it down below. So as you see, I'm actually chopping it up on my cutting board so that it's easier to melt down. I don't want to just put like a huge chunk in there because then it would be so hard to melt down. So it's good to cut it up into pieces. now I'm just measuring out my emulsifier mix that I also got off of Amazon as emulsifying wax. And I do, what is this? This is, I can't remember if this is, it's one of the alcohols that I bought. It's like a fatty acid that I add, just measuring out that as well. And also another fatty acid, I believe I have like, it's like a Cetyl Alcohol and Cetyl Alcohol, I believe they're both called. Just measuring out little bits of those. The oven, which you do not see me do, because my oven is in the other room, and just walking back and forth, and I have my tripod set up here. So now I am measuring out my oils that I use. I actually use about like 5 to 6 oils. Yeah, it's like in a range of like coconut oil, apricot oil, sunflower oil. I put like vitamin E in there, but that comes later. What else? Jojoba oil. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Never can. And rosehip oil. All these oils are really great for the skin. They help to nourish the skin and to lock in moisture, which is very necessary for body butters or body creams as well. Because with a body cream, when you're making that, it's not as oily because it is made with water, and that's the whole purpose, so that it can be used more throughout the day. Now I am just measuring out my water. This is distilled water, and you only want to use distilled water in any of your cosmetic making projects that I want to go heat up. And as you can see, those are my body oils. Now, what you saw there was me taking the temperatures of both my products. They should be no more within maybe like 10 degrees of each other before you start mixing. It is very important because you don't want to add, obviously, like cold water or any like cooler temperatures to oil, or else it would solidify and it wouldn't mix properly. So you want to make sure that your oils and that your distilled water are both heated up together. I'm trying to show you a clear picture. I put it in this big picture so you can see the process, and there we go. And now it's turning to, as you can see, a milky white. This is how it looks after, and you want to use your emulsion blender to blend this up for a good 1 or 2 minutes. Pretty much unsuccessful at easing the volume of it because I think it was still loud no matter what I tried to do. As you can see, I tried putting something underneath it, and then I tried to switch it to another bowl, and I don't know if that made it any better. We'll see. I don't know. And for actually this portion of the video, I think this is probably for a good like minute or two. I apologize. I had put the white container in front of the bowl, so you really can't see me mixing everything. I just apologize. Right now, actually, what I'm doing is I'm measuring out my glycerin. Now, I had initially forgot to do this, which was my fault. Don't be like me. I like to mix my glycerin and a little bit of xanthan gum. That's what you see right there. It is like a whitish powder. It is food grade. It's used in baking, but it's also used a lot of times in making cosmetic products. You can use it as a thickener. And I had forgotten to add this beforehand with my water that I had initially heated up. So I had to basically go back, heat up some more distilled water, just like not even 1/4 of a cup, and mix that in together. And then I will be mixing that, just giving it a good quick blend so that it is all mixed up. I'm actually very happy and surprised that it didn't mess up my whole entire batch, because that would have been devastating. I have done that in the past before, and it is a waste of product. So my advice is to always start off with small batches unless you have your recipe down to a T. Taking one last temperature just to see how cool it is, waiting for that to cool off, setting it off to the side. Now, I am a firm believer in cleaning up as you go, which you can see here, taking everything apart and just washing it so everything is nice and clean and ready to go for the next batch. So then after that, drying off most of my things, and we will be moving on to the next. Now checking the temperature once again, because when you add, this is the end stage. I think it's like they call it the third stage, where you add in your vitamin E oil and you also add in your preservative. A preservative must be used because you are using water and you do not want your your recipe to mold. So I'm using vitamin E oil, and then I'm also using a preservative called I cannot pronounce it. It's like a Germinal Plus, something along those lines. And just mixing it together and adding it to the mixture. You want to do this actually when the temperature is under 100 degrees. That way, the preservative and the vitamin E oil will not evaporate, or the mixture won't be too hot for it to last. Stir it up real quickly, and now I'm just grabbing my emulsion blender just to give it a quick hit so that everything is nice and blended and none of the oils get separated. And then I will be disconnecting that so I can wash that again, setting it off to the side so it can cool down and get a little bit harder. As you can see, the temperature there was under 100 degrees, and that's going to sit off to the side as I wash my other dishes. Now I've come back and it has gotten a little bit thicker. As you can see, some chunks are kind of there, but that can be smoothed out. I'm actually going to be adding in my scented fragrance oils. Always checking the temperature. I will be adding in my oils, my scented fragrance oils. Those out on my little scale so that I have the right proportions. Mixing that all in. Giving it a good wicks. And then I'll be taking my other fragrance oil. I believe I was using coconut mango. I was making coconut mango and also cocoa butter cashmere for a few of my colleagues at work. I have sold to some of my colleagues at work, and they really seem to like my body butters. You can see it's already starting to thicken. Still a little watery, but in another 5-10 minutes it will thicken up nicely, and then I'll be able to pour it into my jug. As you can see, I'm taking out my jar. These are 4-ounce jars that I ordered. It's called Uline. Ordered them off of Uline. I do want to order better jars. These are these jars I just got really quickly. They're not bad, but they're not like that aesthetically pleasing. And I want to get possibly colored jars as well. There actually are a lot of places that you can order within the United States without ordering a place where it's really far. Oh, so as you can see, it actually has thickened up a lot when I pour it into those jars. So with the first pour, and that's how it should look as it's thickening up. It's actually probably really easier to do it this way. With lotions, you really don't have to do any type of piping. It's better just to do it when it's still in a warmish. What I have right now in my hand is actually my pH meter. You want to make sure that your cosmetics are in pH range. For body lotions, the pH range should be in between 4.5 and 5.5. You kind of want to keep it into this range, and though I did not show the range, I believe I had it within like 5.3 or 5.5. It's just very important. It's just to protect your skin, because you don't want it to be too acid or too alkaline. Of course, anything below, I think like 4 is considered acid, and anything above 7 is considered alkaline. So you want to keep it in between those two ranges I said earlier. Now I'm just putting on my label onto the jar. The jar I actually ended up filling up with the other mixture. I think that's my 8-ounce jar that I did. And these aren't the best labels, but they do look nice. And so that is it. That is the making of my sweet cucumber and melon. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please come back again. Thank you. Goodbye.